Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday to you. It is Project Joy live here with you this morning, starting your day with a triple shot of good vibes. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and super excited to be with you for another episode this morning. If you are joining us live or on the replay, please use the comment section and say hello. Let us know where you're joining from this morning. And of course, what is bringing you joy? It is Fun Friday, so really anything goes. And I thought, well, we'll just play off the audience and see what you guys have going on as well. I have some fun stuff to tell you about the little field trip that we took recently that brought me a lot of joy. And I have a constant reminder. I look over here on my desk with a little souvenirs, if you will, that I brought home from our homeschool field trip that I want to tell you about as well. Of course, we have birthdays. We have national days to talk about. It is Good Friday. And so sending you all a blessed Good Friday for those of you that are celebrating or honoring the day. I had a moment here before the show because yesterday, we were kind of talking about grief a little bit and how long does it take to experience joy when you're going through a hard time. And the reason why that was top of my mind is because a friend of mine that I went to school with, we had an accident not far down the road a few mornings ago. And I remember people complaining about the traffic and things like that was backed up, and someone died in the accident. And of course you don't, like, in the moment you don't really think anything of it, you just kind of like going through the motions, so to speak. And it turns out that it was a good friend of mine's brother. And so it's one of those things that just kind of like hits you, and especially if you've lost a sibling as well. And I know many of you that have experienced grief in whatever way, when you meet someone or see someone who also is experiencing a similar loss, it kind of brings things up again for you. And we're also coming up on my brother's birthday, and there's a lot of things like, and then this morning I usually do a little bit of scrolling on social media to see if there's any news that I want to touch on or anything before I come live. And I happened to see something again, and it just kind of like, I just had to take a minute. And so I want to send lots and lots and lots of love to the Hesh family. It's hard, it's hard, and there's no loss that's like easy to deal with, I don't think, for people involved. So sending lots of love to them, and just had that sort of front of mind this morning. But it is Good Friday, and it is Fun Friday, and it sort of reminds me, as Good Friday is more of a, I guess, a solemn day in the Christian faith, that it's also, but it's still good, right? It's still like, goes to what we always talk about, that there's joy to be had there. But the Friday before Easter commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in the Christian faith. It's called Good Friday. So you have Jesus that died, but yet it's still called good. And so I think that's even if you don't celebrate if you're not Christian, if you don't celebrate it or anything, it's still a reminder that amongst tragedy, amongst things that are hard thing to deal with, that it can still be good, and we can find the good in it. So just a little reminder from me this morning, because I had that moment before coming on air today of just like seeing it again and just kind of having that moment, but also remembering that it is Good Friday and there's joy to be had today as well. Susan's joining us this morning. Good morning from New Mexico. It's early there when you get, let's see, is it 6 o'clock there or 7 o'clock there? Susan, because no, it's Arizona that doesn't change time, right? Yeah, not New Mexico. So it would be, is it 6 o'clock there this morning? I'm trying, listen, I don't even know what it's 8:07 here on the East Coast of the United States. So at least I know what time it is here. That's a good thing. It's 6 a.m. there. Okay. So now we now we know. For all of you in New Mexico, good early morning to you. It's 6 a.m. there. It is 8:07 here on the Eastern Coast, in Mystic, Connecticut. It's starting to feel a little bit like spring finally here, and I say finally, but it's been like, this has been the most mild winter for me to come back to here in Connecticut, because like I was telling someone yesterday, I promised them one epic, at least one epic, and I'm not talking about like 5 inches, like epic snowstorm that like lasts for a few days and you go out and go sledding. We never had that. This year. We had two significant snows, okay, and they were like like the most we got was like 5.5 inches, okay, and it melted right away. So it like there was no joy in that. I did get a little bit of joy. My kids built a quick snowman before it melted, but there wasn't like the sledding, when you have days of, and it starts to look like mush outside. Like there wasn't that happening. My auntie Stella's here this morning. I'm sure it was mild down where you are as well in Baltimore, because if it wasn't bad for us here, it must not have been bad for you either. But I promised them, and I didn't get that. And so now I'm a little bit sad. But at any rate, it's starting to feel a little bit like spring. Next week, the end of next week, I'm looking at the weather. It's going to be like high 70s, like almost 80 degrees the end of next week. So, I mean, that's quite the shift from the chilly sort of temperatures that we've been having. So, but at least it's gradually going to get there. I'm thankful for that. But let me know if you guys miss our weather segments. I miss doing our little weather segments. I may have to do like that on Wednesdays. Maybe it'll be Weather Wednesdays or something like that, and we'll talk about the weather across the different places, because I saved some of the weather on my phone, so I could easily, where some of you live, let you know what it's going to be. Because for some of you, like Susan said, I watch you in bed, it's still dark. So if you're watching or listening to me in the morning before you get up, I'm trying to help you. I tell you what day it is so that you're not confused about that. And we talk about the weather, because you have to know whether you need an umbrella, you need a coat on, what do you need going on. So I have to tell you a little bit about the field trip that we took, because I have this constant reminder on my desk now of the field trip that we took, and it brings me a lot of joy to see that. So we'll talk about that now. So I didn't know this growing up in Connecticut. I had no idea that Pez, do you guys know the Pez candy? I was trying to see if I had, okay, I have a candy, but I don't have the actual Pez in my drawer. Okay, Pez, these. All right. For those of you, some of you in other countries I was talking to somebody the other day about Pez, and they were like, I have no idea what Pez is. Okay. So these little Pez here, and you put these candies inside the dispenser and you pull the top back and the candy slides out. It's a cute little kid. I always looked forward at Christmas and Easter and things like that to getting the little Pez in my stocking and in my Easter basket and stuff like that. But I had no idea that the actual place that they make Pez is here in Connecticut. It's actually in Orange, Connecticut. And they have a beautiful visitor center that tells you the history of Pez, and it has literally every Pez ever made. Okay. And there's been a lot, like millions, I think, in this studio that you or visitor center that you go into. And so I had no idea that they were made here my whole life. And Susan loves the dispensers. I do too. They're a lot of fun. And so the homeschool group was the one that we're a part of here was going to be doing a homeschool field trip there, and we had other stuff going on that day, and I'm like, oh, but I really want to go see the Pez. Okay. And so we squeezed it in to go head out there and see the Pez, and I'm so glad that we did, because like I said, it's a really cool experience. First of all, on the road heading into the Pez Visitor Center, there's like Pez on the street sign, which is really cool. Like you're turning onto the road and there's like candy. Like we're going to Willy Wonka's factory. That's what's happening here. And so we go head down there and there's giant Pez on the wall. Okay, like outside, giant Pez. So of course we got the pictures out there. And then when you go in, they have the world's largest Pez dispenser, which is really cool. And you can, do another photo op there. And then, like I said, around the edge of the visitor center, they have the whole history of Pez and where it came from, why it was made, and the different, like the evolution of the dispensers and how they looked. Some of them from back in the day were creepy. They were creepy looking. Okay. And so you go through and you can do all that. And then they have at the end of the little history thing, they have this kiosk where you can take a quiz. And you take a quiz on the different dispensers, and then you push the button and it prints you like a certificate. Like you're now like a Pez master. Okay. And so you can print this certificate. And then in addition, they have a really cool thing. So I think every week they switch this up, but they have a game that you can play where this week, the week that we went, it was 4 or 8 different Pez, and it's like close up. So you literally only see like that much of the Pez, and out of the millions of Pez in there, you have to go find which one it is. Like you have to put the name on the thing. And if you get it, then you get a free Pez when you go to check out, like you go to leave the visitor center. So even if you didn't want to like spend any money in their gift shop or anything, you still can come out of it with a free Pez. And honestly, it was tricky, some of it, but it wasn't like that hard. Plus we had 7 of us to kind of like in our family at least. And then the other homeschoolers that were there, they were kind of talking about it. And we were like, hey, like that looks like the truck. That's the truck over there. And that's the clown and it's over there. Right. And so we're trying to like help each other out. And so everybody, I think pretty much come out of it with their free Pez, but you spin a wheel and then you get to pick a Pez at the end. And that was really cool. But so we went to the gift shop is over the other side. In addition, they have the windows where you can look in and see the actual Pez being made and the dispensers being put in the little bags and boxes. And so you can watch the whole production, which is really cool. It was very similar to, I had gone out to the Jelly Belly factory. This was years ago. And that was another, if you get a chance out west to go to the Jelly Belly factory, that's another really cool thing because they have a fun tour, and they also have where you can look in, and they have like, you can buy bags of like the misshaped Jelly Bellies and things like that. But so just it's a fun, nostalgic thing to get to do. And so I'm going through the gift. I said, okay, all the kids could pick one Pez dispenser or one Pez that they want to take home. And so everybody got to pick one. And I'm like, of course I have to pick one too, and they had these cute little sets they have 2 Pez dispensers in them. They had ones for the office. They had Harry Potter ones. They had Lion King, like a lot of, commercial type, pop culture type things. So they had lots of those going on. And I have this thing where one of my favorite cartoons, and I talked about this the other morning on Project Joy growing up, was the Care Bears. I've always loved the Care Bears Something Fierce. Okay. And I don't really know why. I guess I always loved like when the shit's hitting the fan, the Care Bears line up and they're like Care Bear stare, and the thing comes to they shine and it makes the world a better place. And I'm like, yes, Care Bear stare, right? And they're colorful and they're cute and all of that. So I had seen they had a whole Care Bear display. and they had all the individual, and I'm looking through and I can't find the purple Care Bear. And you got to have Share Bear. Okay. Share Bear with the 2 lollipops, because you're supposed to share one, you know. We got to have Share Bear. And good morning, Donnell. And I agree. Care Bears were the bomb. And like I said, we have the Care Bears movie from the 80s with Carole King singing the theme song, which is Life, is on Amazon Prime, you guys. So make sure you check that out. But I'm like searching, can't find Share Bear. And you can't have Care Bears without Share Bear. All right. So then I saw they had the little boxes. Okay. And there was 2 in each box. And so I had to get, 2 boxes of them. So I had all 4 of the one. I am upset that they don't have Good Luck Bear. They didn't have the green Good Luck Bear. And they didn't have the Care Bear cousins. I expect Pez people, if you are listening, I expect you to get on the ball and get the Care Bear cousins, okay? Because now I need them all. You understand what I'm saying here? I need Tender Heart. I need all of the Care Bears. But you guys, hello. These are the cutest things, and they're not going to be opened ever, ever, ever. They're sitting on my desk like a little. I literally have a Care Bear stare on my desk 24/7 right now, you guys. Okay. Are they not the cutest thing you've ever seen? But then Shiraz ruins things. You guys know Shiraz from Rewriting Reality. Shiraz, you ruin things. Okay. So I show Shiraz the Care Bears, and he's like, do you like, it looks like you lift it from the bottom. Does the Pez come out its butt? And I'm like, yes, because didn't you know that Care Bears poop is candy? I don't know. I've just, listen, Shiraz is a ruiner of things. Things. But so listen, I don't know if they just didn't have them there or if they're not a real thing or whatever else. But this is, if any of you are anywhere and you see any other Care Bear Pez dispensers other than the pink, the yellow, the blue, and the purple, please let me know, because I need them all, and I will literally Venmo you and you can get them for me, because I have to have them. I do need them all. It's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all, right? Stella loves the Care Bear Pez dispensers. I think they're the cutest thing. And so it literally, it's a little, because we talk about how nostalgic I am all the time. And I like, it's so important to me to have those little reminders of like goodness and joy and whatever that looks like to you. If it's in the form of a photo or a Pez dispenser or, I don't know, like I've got so many little like my space here, other than the mess that is here at the moment. My space here brings me joy. I have a candle that my daughter bought me. I have some flowers literally in a plastic water bottle that my other daughters picked for me the other day. I have my Care Bears. I have some of my favorite Oracle cards. I have Pez, like actual, like this is one that's not in the box that I will eat. But it's so important that we surround ourselves with things that bring us joy, because as we've talked about so many times on this show and mentioned several times this week, when the shit hits the fan, when things are when you're having a hard time, which you will in life, it is so important. Like, you get through it so much better when you've already done the work to surround yourself with those things that bring you joy. And the same thing with people. Like, that's really hit home for me this week about the importance of, like, and I've known this, but it's like sometimes it hits you harder than others, right? Anybody else relate to that? Like, I knew that, but now it's like, now it's like, oh, now it's real, right? But like, it's so important to surround yourself with the people that bring you joy, because then when stuff happens, and it will, because we're human and this is real life, you are set up for success. You are set up to feel more supported and feel more joy and feel more love through those things that you're going through, because you've surrounded yourself with those things and people that bring you joy, right? Donnell said, I was just thinking the same thing. It's the Transformers for me. Donnell, have I sent you the Saturday morning slow jams version of the Transformer song? Have you heard that? If I have not, please let me know, because okay, for all of you, this is your homework for the weekend, because you will thank me and you will come back and be like, Monday, you're going to be like, Jessica, this was literally the best thing I ever heard. Go on YouTube and search Saturday morning slow jams. Now, Postmodern Jukebox is a band that gets together that they redid all of your favorite Saturday morning cartoon songs into 90s slow jams. I am not kidding. This is not a drill. Get up and go to YouTube. And it is like, you're talking about Powerpuff Girls, okay? Muppet Babies, Transformers, Pokemon, all of these, like, so good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, this is going to be the best thing you've ever heard. Okay. If you have not listened to this, I listen to them regularly to bring joy to my face, but you're combining your favorite Saturday morning slow jams or Saturday morning cartoons with 90s slow jams. Okay. Best thing you've ever heard in your life. Okay. Go listen to it. I see Dr. Harris joining us out there. Good morning, Lauren Harris. It's good to see you. A lot of attraction tips. It's true. Like, it's true. Like, if you surround yourself with those things, then it's going to help you. It's going to help you move forward. Donnell is running. We've now lost viewership because Donnell is running to listen to the Saturday morning slow jams. I love it. Yes, heroes in a half shell, turtle power. Listen, when you listen to this, you are gonna be blown away. By the way, speaking of Lauren Harris, Dr. Harris, to you, okay. Dr. Harris's morning show comes on right after mine. So if you want to continue to have the goodness, you've got your joy up with Project Joy Live. And then at 9 a.m. Eastern time, you can go watch Bathrobe Moments. Look up Bathrobe Moments with Lauren Harris. And I have been on Bathrobe Moments, and Lauren's been on my show as well. And it is a high vibe. It is lots of fun. Always has amazing guests. Yes, Bathrobe Moments. There it is. Go check that out because it's amazing. So if you want to continue the good vibe party after Project Joy Live, go check that out at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So what else do we have going on? We have to do, we're running out of time very quickly, but we have to do what are we doing here this morning? We're doing national days to talk about really quickly, and you are going to thank me. You're going to thank me. I absolutely will come back on, Lauren, anytime that you want. National days, birthdays. Let me know if you have a birthday coming up today or this weekend, and we are going to be right back after this. Don't miss it. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection.
Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is Friday. Gotta get down. Okay, I'm not gonna put that in your head. It's Friday, April 7th, 2023. It is Good Friday. So sending blessings and love to all of you who are celebrating Easter weekend this weekend, and all of you who are celebrating Passover as well. Judith is here this morning. Judith says her birthday is April 18th. So what day is that on? That's a Tuesday. So we'll definitely be here. So be sure that you're here, Judith, so you can partake in your birthday song, because you know how we do at the end of the show. Miss Brittany is here this morning. Miss Brittany is just rolling out of bed. Good morning, my friend. It is good to see you. Donnell says good morning as well. Okay, so let's talk about our national days today, because you are going to thank me. You're going to thank me. Are you ready for it? So in addition to it being Good Friday, in the world of celebratory days, it is also National No Housework Day. You're welcome. There's nothing else to say except you're welcome. You don't have to do any housework today if you don't want to. And I'm going to tell my children right now that may or may not be listening to me on this show, this does not apply to you. Okay, but for the rest of you adults out there, I'm getting a look over here, you guys. I am getting a look over here. For the rest of you, for the adults that run their homes, okay, no housework day today. And so how does things get done if you have children or house elf? You may still be able to get I'm dying over here, you guys. You're welcome. That's all I can say. It's also, in addition, because you're not doing housework, you can also appreciate National Coffee Cake Day. So sit down, relax, grab yourself a slice of coffee cake, and it's National Beer Day. Okay. And this is what I say. People, I know I don't drink beer. I don't either. Okay. But here's the thing. You could go get yourself a root beer, because there are no National Day police. I proclaim that here today. There are no National Day police. You could take yourself, plop down on the couch, don't do housework, grab yourself a slice of coffee cake and a root beer or a regular beer, if that's what you drink, whatever, and relax. You're welcome. This is exactly what you needed to hear today. This is exactly why you came to this show. And I hope that it makes your weekend a great one. We got to do birthdays, you guys. All right. In the birthdays in the celebrity world. Okay. We got some really special birthdays going on here today. First of all, we're going to have a moment of silence. Okay. Because Jackie Chan is 68 years old today. What? I don't even know what to say about that. Happy birthday to Jackie Chan. And you know, one of my favorite moments of all the moments is now the movie slipping my head. Somebody help Donnell. I know you can help me with this. Okay. The movie is slipping my mind. Jackie Chan, when they're singing the song War and he doesn't know the words, and I'm having a moment. You guys help me out. What is that movie? Jackie Chan's like, war. Huh. Good God, you all. And he's like, it's not you all, it's y'all. Y'all. What is the movie? Oh, I'm having a moment. Okay. But like Donnell says, in the words of Ice Cube, today is a good day. It absolutely is. So let me know if you think of that Jackie Chan movie. Also, it's thank you. Yes, Brittany, and Donnell. Both of you saved the day. Rush Hour. That is the most hilarious movie. Anyway, Russell Crowe has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Russell Crowe. And the incomparable, one of my favorite singers of all time, Billie Holiday's birthday is today. And then in the celebrities of my life, I don't have any close friends that have birthdays today, but this weekend I have some folks that are celebrating. Julie DeFeo, happy birthday, Miss Julie. Also David Love, happy birthday to David, and the fabulous Linda Fish Post. Happy birthday to Linda. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and let's get our birthday song on. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackie Chan, Russell Crowe, Billie Holiday, Julie DeFeo, David Love, and Linda Fish Post. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today and over the weekend. And don't forget, if it's your birthday any day on the weekday, or if it's coming up on the weekend, come in on a Friday, let me know it's your birthday so that we can include you in our birthday celebration here on Project Joy Live. Also, I want to give a little shout out this morning to Heather Clark for her amazing premiere of Declutter for Change live on the Breakthrough Show Network yesterday. Don't forget, she'll be here the first and third Thursdays of every month at 10 a.m. Eastern time for all your decluttering needs, home, body, mind, and spirit. Also, we have another premiere coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. It is one presented by the Breakthrough Show. One guest, one story, one question. It's your personal development story time, Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern. The first episode is featuring me, myself, and I'm going to be talking about how the Breakthrough Show Network came to be created. That's going to be my one story tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. So definitely tune in to check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next Friday, it's going to be the fabulous Brunella. Some of you caught her on My Way, the season 2 premiere of My Way this past Tuesday. And the following week, I just did the recording yesterday with the amazing Steve Gamlin. Some of you have seen him on my shows before. Steve Gamlin is the motivational firewood guy, and he is incredible. One of the best storytellers I know. And secret behind the scenes, I had him in mind when I created this show for sure, because it's all about the storytelling and he is incredible at it. So highly recommend you tune into that premiere tonight and then catch that Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for celebrating with us out in the audience today. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming back to our first full week back with Project Joy Live. It's been a lot of fun with you this week. Be looking out the rest of this season for me to have some incredible surprise. Some of them more surprising than others. I think some of you are going to be like, what? Co-hosts this season on Project Joy Live. So it's not just my pretty face you're going to see. You're going to see some other pretty faces in the morning as well. So be tuning in for that every weekday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, for your triple shot of good vibes to start your day. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.